Welcome back, y'all. I want to welcome everybody back to the channel. If you guys are new, make sure y'all subscribe to this channel. Getting in the flow, you guys, and staying in the flow of life. From time to time, you guys will hear me speak about this subject, but when it comes to the law of attraction, it's vital. It's important, you guys. There's people out here just floating on rafts, floating on tubes, living their greatest life. Getting in the flow of life. You guys will hear me talk about the almost 2 years when I was homeless. And even before that, forward. You'll hear me talk about that from time to time. And about on your journey, on your travel, you guys, of the law of attraction. One of the most important things that you can do is to get in the flow, learn how to get in the flow, and then remain in the flow of the law of attraction. I talked to two of my buddies today. Me and my homie, we went out and flew the drones the other day. He ended up leaving his debit card in the car. He was like, bro, you got my debit card? I think I left it in there. I don't know where it's at. I've been looking for it. So I pull over. I'm like, I'm on the way. So I just stop when I get there and check and see if it's in the car. And I stopped. Sure enough, it's in the car. For whatever reason, he got this bright pink, super bright pink debit card in the vehicle, right? So I link up with him. I drop it off to him. I also talked to another brother today, and he just been going through his own experiences. And he was like, bro, I don't know why, but me and this woman, we ended up getting married. And he was like, ever since I linked up with her, it's seeming like bad things is happening, right? I'm using these two experiences today as an example because I'm just like, I'm on the way. I'm about to be in a beautiful place. And I want to do what I'm called to do. I want to do some videos. I want to just put out some content. And I was like, I really didn't have a subject. The thing that came to me today was getting in the flow of life. I spoke about this in the past. I'm going to speak about it again. I'm going to continue to talk about getting in the flow and staying in the flow of life, right? So, over the last almost 2 years with me linking up with my bro that flies the drones, you link up with people when you're thinking that it's just about technology, it's just about the creativity and the fact that he flies drones. I'm a creative person, so when you link up with people, you really don't see the full scope of what the creator of everything is doing, right? You don't see the full scope. You don't get the full understanding in the beginning. You only begin to get glimpses of it. Today, speaking about getting in the flow and then living in the flow of life. You see people down here floating on these rafts, man, like living their greatest life. One of the things, as you do more and more, and I spoke about this, but as you do more and more of the things that you love, you begin to understand what the flow of life for you is. Because for every person is different. For some people, let's look at like fire rescues. There's always fires. It was a huge fire about 2-3 hours away down by Grand Junction. That smoke traveled that far. You know what I mean? Me coming here and living here for 2 years, you would have never thought, you know, me coming from Michigan, that smoke can travel that far, but these are valleys. So smoke can get trapped in the valleys. And I'm like, man, it's got to be a fire somewhere close. Come to find out, it's 2 or 3 hours away. A fire rescue person, for some of those people, that's what they were called to do. And that's them living in the flow of life. That's what the creator sent them here to do, is to go out and serve people. And that's their fulfillment. For other people such as myself, it's travel, it's nature, it's creativity. Those are the things that bring my soul alive. Being down at the bottom, even before I was homeless, right? So I'm gonna go back to even before I was homeless. So I went homeless between 2016, 2018. Felt like the worst the worst 2 years, the worst periods of my life, right? Before that, literally almost every single day I was writing down that the things that I will be doing with Gorilla Hustle, the people I'll be connecting with, the places I will be traveling, the things that I will begin to see. And I want you to understand that once you're in the flow and getting in the flow of life, at your down moments, it seems like the hardest moments of your life, there's going to be people that the creator, the universe, is going to send to you to help heal you, to help bring you back into your fulfillment, your fullness of life. Now me being on a higher elevation, y'all, like me having greater and greater levels of energy and just more in the flow of life, right? It seems like it's less friction for me right now. I'm starting to see the people around me, and I remember, like, man, I remember when I was going through these things. And there's deeper things that I've had conversations with these two brothers about that I'm not going to put on this video. You know what I mean? That's their personal life. But at my worst, the creator sent me several people. Literally, I wrote down every single name, and these people, I was praying for these people because I looked at it like this was a blessing sent from the higher power. So I was literally praying for these people day in and day out, praying for them, wrote their names down. Now, in reverse, as you begin to elevate in the flow of life, as you traveling along your path, the creator of everything is going to send people to you. And in the beginning, when you link up with these people, you're going to think it's just for one thing. And over time, things are going to be revealed. And things have been revealed about this brother that I linked up with 2 years ago. And I just realized there's so many things that was implanted in his subconscious that us being grown men, I'm like, what's the issue? But at the same time, I've been there. I've been there to where at my worst, all of my childhood flooded back. The fact that my mom was, in the streets doing what she was doing and she chose drugs over us. The fact that my father was not around, all of those things began to flood back at the hard times in my life. So the creator sent me people that could guide me back. Now, as I'm traveling my path and I'm in a greater space in life, there's people that have been placed in my path that I'm here to turn around and do the exact same thing. Getting in the flow of life, y'all. When you're going through hard times, you're going through down times in your life, y'all. This is why you will continue to see me in places of nature. And the reason why is because the earth, when it's untouched, it's untapped by man, it has a certain energy, it has a certain frequency, like it has a feng shui. It has a certain way of moving in the rhythm. And whenever you get in that rhythm, y'all, like you begin to understand the flow of life. And I come to understand when I look back when I was like, it was like 2007. During that time, I was meditating more. And I was meditating like every single day. And I've gotten out of that. Like over this last couple of years, I really haven't been. One of my homies hit me up. Shout out to Hype B. He hit me up and we was talking and he started talking about meditation. I'm like, man, I remember back in 2007, I was literally like every single day. But I also was reading books by the Dalai Lama at the time. These are some of the things that you need to implement on a daily, consistent basis with getting in the flow and remaining in the flow and understanding the energy of nature, understanding the energy of the universe and how these things move. Summing up the video, you guys, as you go on your roller coaster, right? I've went in the valleys, I've went down. And now that I'm back up and my vibe and my frequency is higher and it's stronger and it's moving and I'm beginning to be connected with different people, right? For different reasons. You begin to think it's about one thing. And then it's revealed as to the real reason. As you go back up on this roller coaster ride, right? As you go back up, begin to understand the flow, begin to understand and then stay in tune with it. One of the things that you can do each and every single day, y'all, each and every single day, I'm going to try to find places like this. This is what helps me stay in the flow of life, stay in the rhythm. Nature, another thing, you guys, I gotta grow into, and I'm beginning to understand right now. Obviously, I already understand the music and that energy, but it's the foods that you eat. One of the things that I battle with, you guys, that I'm going to grow into, that will help you stay in harmony, stay in tune, is to say that the peace is going to begin on your plate. Peace in life. Getting in the flow of life, y'all. Staying in the flow. There's going to be more videos coming, y'all. It's fresh, and this is Gorilla Hustle. I appreciate each and every person that's been liking, that's been subscribing, that's been clicking the notification bell, people that's been dropping comments. Everybody that understands the law of attraction, you guys, it's true. It's really real. And if you are going through any downtimes in your life and you're feeling like you got a lot of friction, begin to look at the circumstances. Begin to look at your childhood. And in closing, one of the things I really want to talk about in closing is begin to release everything that you went through in your childhood. Seek professional help, seek therapy, get around people on a higher vibration. And for periods of time, you got friends and family that you love. But if their vibrations is low, if it's more negative, if they want to keep talking about the things back in the past, it keeps you in a spiral. Begin to release your childhood. Begin to put limitations on people, the times that you're going to spend with them, as you begin to get yourself in the flow and travel to greater and greater levels and greater energy, you guys. Wake up every day and Gorilla Hustle. These videos is helping y'all out. There's going to be more videos coming, y'all. So make sure y'all subscribe, click the notification bell. Please like the video. The ways to connect with me on my Facebook page, the phone number, all of that's below. Reach out to me, you guys. Help me by sharing the video. Peace and love.